Hello, my friend. Welcome back to another adventure. I'm pretty sure that I saw Bigfoot last night out in the middle of the woods really late at night. I'm going to show you what I captured on camera here in a minute because I need your help determining whether or not what I got could possibly be Bigfoot. Check it out. Did you see that? I don't know what I just saw. So now that you saw the footage, what do you think? I've been hanging out with my friends that live and travel in an RV, and a lot of times we go off-roading in their Tacoma. We left a little bit later than usual and it got dark really fast. On the way home, something bolted out in front of the truck. I had my night vision camera. It's not a very nice camera, but I enhanced it as much as I can. I might go back later this week to see if I can revisit the spot and try to get closer. We basically just left the scene immediately because it was really dark out. Could it possibly be a Bigfoot? Is it tall enough? Check out that stride. Like, what? I'm going to show you the trail that we took the truck on before we ran into this Bigfoot-like creature, and then I'll meet you back here for dinner. First, I want to take a minute to thank EcoFlow for sponsoring this portion of the video. I'm going to be using my EcoFlow Delta 2 Max to make this delicious new recipe that I found in my Instapot. If you've been following my adventures, you know that I've relied on EcoFlow to power all of my electronics for a really long time. This thing powers everything I need and more. With a large 2400 watt AC output and up to 3400 watts with their X-Boost technology, whether you're living off-grid, traveling in a truck camper, van, or vehicle, or you just need a home backup power supply, maybe for hurricane season or those crazy winter storms. It's portable, which means you can move it from your car to your house and then back again, and there's multiple models to choose from. Maybe you don't need as much power. That's okay. There's other options that you can pick from. It's quiet, it's fume free, and you can recharge it multiple ways, including AC wall outlet charging, solar panels, while you're driving down the road, or with their new EcoFlow alternator charger, which has been a game changer. EcoFlow also has one of the fastest possible recharge times on the market. You can reach an 80% charge in as little as 43 minutes with combined AC wall charging and solar charging, or 1.1 hours with AC charging only. If you're looking or you're interested to pick up an EcoFlow portable power station, now would be a great time to do it because you can save up to $2,899 during the EcoFlow Prime Day promo. You can also get deals of the day during Amazon's Prime Day, which is right around the corner. I don't know how it's already July, but it is. So check out the links in the description below and use my code to get an extra 5% off EcoFlow Prime Day deals until July 23rd. So we decided to take a quick afternoon off-roading break, if that exists at all. Level 6 trail and a Gen 1 Tacoma, 33-inch tires. Just came up to some pretty challenging features. We'll see how this baby takes it.
How am I looking? Tell me when to cut.
Okay, cut.
This trail is only about 2.7 miles long, but travels nearly straight up the mountain to an elevation of around 8,000 feet. It took us several hours to travel out and back.
Let's go, baby!
Oh my gosh! Talk about some flexion. Once an old service road, this is now a pretty challenging OHV trail with some amazing history behind it. Rated as a 6 for large rock obstacles, slick tree roots, and multiple areas for potential rollover, 33s are a minimum here, but you definitely need a rear locker. Rock sliders and skid plates highly recommended. And if you're brave enough to try it, you'll find an amazing surprise at the top of the mountain. In addition to its history, keep an eye out and you'll notice the rocks at the peak look much different than any of the surrounding rock in the area. That's because 65 million years ago, this mountain peak was supposedly an island in the Pacific. I'm no geologist, but the Sierra Nevada mountain range is a product of the collision of two tectonic plates. I'll leave you with that. Much of the year, this trail is impassable due to the enormous amount of snow it receives. We took this trail mid-June, and as you can see,
So we might have come to a dead end because, as you can see, there's still some snow up here. This little patch is no problem. However, this is the problem. There's still a huge amount of snow, which is pretty slick. Not trying to roll down the mountain. So we're going over. Do you see how tight that is? Holy cannoli. Somehow these Tacomas just slide past everything. Just a little detour around the snow.
Onwards and upwards. We're not at the top yet, but it sure felt like it.
We're at the top of the world! Check out these 360-degree views. Apparently this used to be a service road. There's no way that they still use the road. They must helicopter in because that road is pretty gnarly. You have the world all to yourself. It's really cool when you're up in a viewpoint like this. It just feels extra special because who else gets up here very often? It's really incredible.
Are you ready for your surprise? This narrow trail leads to an old Central Pacific Railroad fire lookout. It was built around 1909 and abandoned in 1934. It was used over the years to alert trains of track hazards such as avalanches and fires. The Central Pacific built nearly 40 miles of snow sheds along the mountains to ensure they could watch and keep train travel moving safely throughout the year. But many of them were made of wood. Sitting in the Sierra sun and heat, they too quickly became fire hazards.
We made it to the top of the mountain. I found this really cool old abandoned stone lookout. Check it out. I'm guessing this used to be a fire lookout. Now it's in disrepair. It's probably just a really cool waypoint to take some photos at the end of the day. Wouldn't this be an excellent spot for a beautiful house on the hill? Talk about a high clearance driveway though. Let me show you a little tour of this chalet. We've got a huge living area right at the front of the home. To your right, you'll find the master bedroom. It's luxurious with this extra plush large bed. Talk about some beautiful golden hour light right off the side wing. Look at this bay window in here. Got a lookout right here. No longer in use, but still really cool. Can you imagine staying up here by yourself at night looking for fires? Pretty crazy.
This particular lookout had the best viewpoint of them all and could oversee nearly all of the other snow sheds, so they built it out of stone. It was staffed 24 hours a day by 2 watchers. It still remains an iconic point to stop, take photos, and appreciate the amazing view.
It's time for dinner, and I'm making a pulled barbecue sandwich with a light slaw. I figured it'd be perfect for summer months because who doesn't love barbecue in the summer? So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's go ahead and chop up the onion. Purple onion! This recipe has like 6 ingredients. I'm gonna open the Instapot. Onions to the bottom. I'm using my favorite barbecue sauce, which is a no sugar added sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. Check the ingredient panel for added sugar because it's a really easy place to hide a lot of sugar. Lots of barbecue sauce. Make sure that the bottom gets coated with sauce so you don't get the burn warning in the Instapot. And I'm using about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast. Put that there. Make sure it's totally covered. Close up the Instapot. Okay. It's gonna start in a second. And now for my favorite part of the barbecue chicken sandwich, the coleslaw. This is a lot of coleslaw, so calls for a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, but I really like vinegar, so I'm just gonna put a dash or 2 or 3 in. or a tablespoon of maple syrup. And then lastly, it calls for the olive oil mayo because it has less fat. It's also on the Paleo Whole30 list, so it's a little bit cleaner than normal mayonnaise. It calls for a 1/4 cup. I'm just gonna mix until it looks good. 3 ingredients. You just stick in the fridge. It's so good. So easy. Release the pressure on this puppy. It's about time to open up the Instapot and see what amazing creation we've come up with. Open this up. Because safety first, always. We want, what is it, 165 for chicken? I'm gonna add this back in. I'm gonna take some chicken that I've shredded. Nice big thing of slaw on top. Looking good already. Put this on top. Going in for the taste test. Look at that. It's gonna be messy, but it's gonna taste delicious. It needs more coleslaw and a bigger bun. So good. Definitely a 9 out of 10. You could even turn this into a barbecue chicken bowl with slaw, barbecue chicken, and some type of vegetable like sweet potato fries. I'm a-okay with getting barbecue sauce all over me as long as it tastes good. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my meal and I'll see you for next week's adventure.